When we talk about let them miss you, what we're really talking about is energy. Energy is what shapes your experiences, your connections, and your sense of self. The attention you give is a powerful current that fuels the world around you, but when that current is constantly flowing outward, toward others, their validation or their recognition, you risk losing connection with your own power. Letting others miss you is about redirecting that energy. It's a conscious decision to stop overextending yourself and instead focus on what truly matters, your inner growth. By stepping back, you reclaim what has been scattered and transform it into a source of strength. This isn't withdrawal, it's refinement. Absence creates space for reflection, both for you and for those who once overlooked your worth. In that space, your energy gathers, your power returns, and your presence becomes unmistakable. Your focus shapes the direction of your life. When it is constantly directed toward others, seeking their opinions or striving for their approval, you begin to lose connection with your own sense of purpose. Reclaiming this focus isn't about shutting others out, it's about recentering yourself. It's a deliberate choice to protect your inner strength and prioritize what allows you to grow. By choosing to redirect your focus, you take the first step toward breaking free from patterns that drain you. This isn't about retreating, it's about redefining how you interact with the world. Instead of trying to meet the expectations of others or prove your worth, you begin to invest that energy in yourself. This quiet shift is subtle but transformative, creating a foundation of strength that others can sense. The beauty of this realignment is that it doesn't require anyone's permission or validation. It's entirely yours to claim. When you stop looking outward for fulfillment and begin nurturing your inner world, you start to rebuild the connection with yourself. This isn't selfish, it's necessary. It allows you to create boundaries and conserve energy for the things that truly matter. This inward shift brings clarity and balance. You start to see where your energy has been misplaced, chasing approval, overextending in relationships, or worrying about how others perceive you. By pulling back and focusing on yourself, you create space to identify what aligns with your goals and values. This isn't about shutting people out. It's about establishing a stronger connection with your own needs and aspirations. As your focus sharpens, so does your presence. You no longer feel the urge to seek validation or overcompensate for a sense of lack. Instead, you operate from a place of wholeness, where your energy is concentrated and intentional. This changes the way you show up in the world. When your energy is aligned, you naturally exude confidence, and others are drawn to this quiet power, not because you demand it, but because it resonates with authenticity. Redirecting your focus doesn't just benefit you, it also shifts how others perceive your presence. When you stop pouring energy into things beyond your control, you create an unmistakable sense of value. People begin to notice your contributions, your insights, and your uniqueness. This happens not because you've withdrawn, but because you've chosen to prioritize yourself. The process is gradual, but deeply rewarding. Each time you resist the pull of external distractions and choose to focus inward, you reclaim a piece of your power. You begin to recognize that your energy is finite and precious, and that not everything is worthy of your attention. This realization is freeing. It allows you to invest in what truly nurtures your growth and strengthens your sense of self. As you continue to reclaim your focus, you'll notice a profound shift in how you experience the world. Relationships that once felt draining or one-sided begin to change as you bring a renewed sense of balance into them. When you're no longer giving endlessly, you have more to offer on your terms. This isn't about withholding, but about giving from a place of abundance rather than exhaustion. The dynamic shifts further when you stop chasing external recognition. By choosing to focus on your own growth, you send a clear message, not through words, but through your actions and presence. This message says, I value myself enough to prioritize my well-being. This quiet confidence often inspires respect and curiosity, drawing people toward you in ways you didn't expect. The key to this transformation is consistency. It's not about making a grand gesture of withdrawal, but about small, intentional steps every day. Whether it's setting boundaries, saying no to unnecessary distractions, or dedicating time to your personal goals, these actions accumulate over time. They help you reclaim not just your energy, but also your sense of autonomy. Ultimately, reclaiming your power through focus is an act of self-respect. It's about realizing that your worth isn't something that others can define. It's something you choose to embody. As you shift your energy inward, you create a ripple effect. Not only do you transform your own life, but you also inspire those around you to do the same. Emotional independence is the foundation of true freedom. It's the ability to find peace and fulfillment within yourself, regardless of external circumstances. When you're not tied to the approval or actions of others, you reclaim a level of power that allows you to live authentically. This isn't about detachment or indifference. It's about building a relationship with yourself so strong that it becomes unshakable. Emotions are energy in motion. When you allow others to dictate how you feel, whether through their words, actions, or attention, you're giving away control of that energy. It's like handing over the keys to your emotional state and hoping someone else will steer you in the right direction. Emotional independence is about taking back those keys. It's about saying, my happiness, my peace, and my confidence are mine to create. The journey toward emotional independence begins with awareness. Start by observing how often your mood shifts in response to external factors. A missed text, an offhand comment, or a lack of recognition can sometimes feel devastating. But these reactions are signals. They show you where your sense of worth is tied to something outside of yourself. Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward breaking free from them. Building this independence doesn't mean you stop caring about others. It means you stop relying on them to feel whole. You cultivate a sense of inner peace that no amount of criticism or praise can shake. This requires patience and practice, but the results are life-changing. Imagine a version of yourself that no longer reacts to every slight or seeks validation at every turn. That version of you is free, and freedom is magnetic. One way to nurture emotional independence is by setting clear boundaries. Boundaries are not walls, they're guidelines that protect your energy. When you say no to what drains you, you're saying yes to what nourishes you. This isn't selfish. It's necessary. It's a declaration that your well-being matters just as much as anyone else's. Another key to emotional independence is self-validation. Instead of looking outward for approval, learn to recognize your own worth. Celebrate your successes, big or small. Reflect on your progress and acknowledge your efforts. The more you validate yourself, the less you need it from others. This shift doesn't happen overnight, but each step you take strengthens your sense of self. Spirituality can also play a vital role in this process. When you connect with something greater than yourself, whether through meditation, prayer, or simply moments of stillness, you begin to see yourself as part of a larger, interconnected whole. This perspective helps you detach from the need for external validation because you realize that your worth is inherent. It's not something anyone can give or take away. It's something you carry within you. Emotional independence doesn't mean you isolate yourself or shut down your emotions. It means you learn to manage them in a way that empowers you. When someone criticizes you, you can listen without internalizing it. When someone praises you, you can appreciate it without becoming dependent on it. Your emotions become yours to navigate, not something others control. As you grow in this independence, you'll notice a shift in your relationships. They become less about need and more about mutual respect and connection. When you're no longer seeking validation, you can give freely without expectation. This changes the dynamic entirely. People are drawn to those who radiate confidence and peace because these qualities are rare and deeply inspiring. The most profound aspect of emotional independence is the sense of peace it brings. You stop feeling like a boat tossed by the waves of others' opinions and actions. Instead, you become the anchor, steady and unshaken. This stability allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace. It doesn't mean you won't feel pain or disappointment, but those feelings no longer define you. In reclaiming your emotional power, you also reclaim your freedom. You're free to be yourself, free to grow, and free to create a life that aligns with your values. This freedom is magnetic. It draws the right people, opportunities, and experiences into your life, not because you're chasing them, but because you're aligned with them. Ultimately, emotional independence is about self-mastery. It's about understanding that while you can't control what others do, you can always control how you respond. This is the essence of reclaiming your inner power. It's not about closing yourself off. It's about opening yourself up to a deeper connection with your true self. There's a profound transformation that happens when you stop chasing and start attracting. This isn't just a shift in behavior, it's an energetic realignment that changes everything about how you experience life and relationships. Chasing is rooted in lack, a sense of not being enough, of needing something external to feel whole. But attraction flows from abundance, from a place where your energy is centered and your worth is undeniable. Imagine yourself as a magnet. A magnet doesn't chase, it doesn't need to. It draws things toward it effortlessly because it radiates a natural pull. This is what happens when you realign your energy inward. You stop scattering your focus on things or people that don't reciprocate, and instead, you amplify your presence. When your energy becomes magnetic, others are drawn to you, not because you demand it, but because they feel it. The process begins with letting go of the need to prove yourself. When you chase attention, approval, or connection, you're operating from a frequency of lack. It's as if you're telling the universe, "I'm not enough, so I need this person, situation, or validation to complete me." But the universe doesn't respond to need, it responds to alignment. The moment you stop chasing and focus on nurturing your inner self, you shift to a higher frequency, one of fulfillment and self-worth. This doesn't mean you stop caring about others or disengage from relationships. It means you engage differently. Instead of pouring energy into proving your value, you simply embody it. You focus on your own growth, joy, and well-being. This shift is subtle but powerful. It changes the dynamic in every interaction because people can sense the difference. You're no longer seeking, you're simply being. One way to foster this magnetic energy is by grounding yourself in gratitude. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrational states you can embody. When you focus on what you already have, you reinforce the energy of abundance. This isn't just a mental exercise, it's a spiritual practice. It shifts your perspective from lack to fulfillment and strengthens your sense of inner peace. Gratitude radiates outward, and that energy is what others are drawn to. Another key to becoming magnetic is authenticity. Chasing often forces you to wear masks, to present yourself in a way you think others will like or accept. But attraction comes from being unapologetically yourself. When you show up authentically, you give others permission to do the same. This creates deeper, more meaningful connections because they're built on truth, not performance. A magnetic presence is also rooted in self-respect. When you stop chasing, you naturally set boundaries. You're no longer willing to overextend yourself for things that don't align with your values or priorities. This doesn't push people away, it draws the right ones closer. Boundaries are not barriers. They're a way of saying, this is what I stand for, and this is how I honor my energy. When you respect yourself, others are compelled to do the same. Spirituality also plays a significant role in this shift. When you connect to something greater, whether it's through meditation, mindfulness, or simply moments of stillness, you begin to see yourself as part of a larger whole. This perspective helps you detach from the need for external validation because you realize your worth is already complete. You don't need to chase what's already yours. This shift from chasing to attracting is a journey, not an overnight change. It requires patience, consistency, and self-awareness. But with each step, you feel the difference. You notice how your energy no longer feels depleted. You realize that you're no longer reacting to the world around you, but creating from within. This is the power of magnetic energy. It transforms not just your relationships, but your entire experience of life. The beauty of this transformation is that it's not about controlling others or manipulating outcomes. It's about alignment. When you're aligned with your true self, everything that resonates with that energy naturally finds its way to you. The people, opportunities, and experiences that are meant for you don't need to be chased. They flow into your life with ease. As you continue this journey, you'll notice that the things you once desperately sought begin to seek you. This isn't magic. It's the natural result of stepping into your own power. When your energy is whole and aligned, you stop attracting chaos and start attracting clarity. This is the essence of moving from chasing to attracting. It's not about doing more, it's about being more. Ultimately, this shift is about trust. Trusting yourself, trusting the process, and trusting that what is meant for you will come. By focusing inward and embracing your own worth, you become the magnet for the life you've always desired. The journey isn't about finding what's missing, it's about realizing that you've been whole all along. The power of absence has a way of making us see what we often overlook. When you remove yourself from the constant noise of interactions and expectations, something transformative happens. Clarity emerges. Absence creates a sacred space, not just for others to reflect on your value, but for you to reconnect with your own energy and intentions. Think about this. Everything in life becomes clearer when given space. Water, when still, reveals its depth. A paused song lets you feel the silence in the melody. Your absence works in the same way. It's not about distancing yourself out of frustration or anger, but about stepping back to reclaim the energy that has been stretched thin. This space allows you to refocus and realign with what truly matters. Energetically, when you're constantly available, your presence can become expected or even overlooked. People naturally gravitate toward what feels scarce or special. By pulling back, you don't just protect your energy, you enhance its value. This isn't manipulation, it's a realignment. Absence reminds both you and those around you that your presence is a gift, not a given. But the most profound impact of absence isn't external, it's internal. When you create space, you allow yourself to listen deeply to your own needs, desires, and intuition. In a world where distractions are endless, this kind of self-reflection is revolutionary. It's in this quiet space that you reconnect with your purpose and reignite your sense of self-worth. This isn't an easy process. It requires intention and patience. At first, you may feel resistance, fear of being forgotten or overlooked, but this discomfort is part of the transformation. The truth is, absence isn't about disappearing. It's about creating a void that's filled with something more meaningful, your own growth and alignment. From a spiritual perspective, absence is a way of signaling to the universe that you value yourself enough to step back and recharge. It's an act of surrender, not to others, but to your inner wisdom. By letting go of the need to be constantly seen or validated, you invite a higher clarity and strength to emerge. For those around you, your absence allows them to reflect on the space you once filled. It's often in moments of stillness that people realize the depth of what they've overlooked. Absence shifts the dynamics of relationships, encouraging others to re-evaluate the connection and its significance. Practical steps can help you harness the power of absence effectively. Start by setting boundaries around your availability. This could mean taking time away from certain relationships, reducing digital distractions, or simply dedicating moments in your day to be fully present with yourself. These small acts send a clear message: your energy is precious, and you're choosing to honor it. Absence isn't about withholding, it's about recalibrating. It's about realizing that you don't have to constantly give to be valuable. By stepping back, you allow others to appreciate your presence in a way they couldn't before. More importantly, you give yourself the gift of focus and renewal. In this space, your energy begins to shift. What was once scattered becomes concentrated. You start to see where your efforts have been misaligned and where they can be better directed. This process of reflection isn't just a pause, it's a reset. It allows you to return with greater clarity, strength, and purpose. Ultimately, the power of absence lies in its ability to create balance. It's not about being absent forever, it's about recognizing when stepping back serves your growth. In the quiet of your own space, you rediscover your voice, your priorities, and your power. Absence doesn't diminish your worth, it amplifies it. Transforming your energy begins with a powerful decision: focusing inward. This is not about shutting out the world or isolating yourself. It's about rediscovering the wellspring of power that already exists within you. When you redirect your attention to your inner self, you stop scattering your energy on things you can't control and start channeling it toward growth, clarity, and purpose. Focusing inward is an act of self-honesty. It requires you to pause and ask, where has my energy been going? Often, we pour our attention into external situations, trying to fix problems, gain validation, or maintain connections that may no longer serve us. But this outward focus leaves us drained, disconnected from the source of our true strength. By turning inward, you reclaim that energy and use it to rebuild your foundation. This shift is deeply spiritual. Just as the roots of a tree anchor it firmly to the earth, grounding it against storms, focusing inward roots you in your own being. It allows you to connect with your intuition and align with your purpose. Inward focus is not selfish. It's a necessary step toward becoming the best version of yourself, one that can show up for others with authenticity and strength. One way to start this transformation is through stillness. In moments of quiet, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply sitting with your thoughts, you begin to hear the whispers of your inner voice. This voice has always been there, but it's often drowned out by the constant demands of life. When you listen, you gain insights into what truly matters and what you need to let go of. As you redirect your energy inward, you'll notice a profound change in how you feel. There's a sense of clarity that comes when you're no longer pulled in 1,000 directions. This clarity fuels creativity, sharpens your focus, and strengthens your resolve. It's in this state that you begin to make decisions not out of fear or pressure, but from a place of alignment with your values and goals. Focusing inward also transforms how you interact with the world. When your energy is no longer scattered, you become more present in every moment. You approach relationships with authenticity, no longer seeking approval, but offering connection from a place of fullness. This shift doesn't just benefit you, it elevates the quality of your relationships, creating deeper bonds based on mutual respect and understanding. Boundaries play a vital role in this process, By setting limits on what you give your attention to, you create space to focus on what truly matters. These boundaries aren't about shutting others out, they're about protecting the energy you're nurturing within yourself. When you respect your own energy, others naturally begin to respect it as well. This inward transformation isn't just about the present, it shapes your future. As you grow more grounded and aligned, you start attracting opportunities and relationships that resonate with your higher self. The things that once felt like struggles begin to flow naturally, not because the world has changed, but because you have. Your energy, now concentrated and intentional, becomes a magnet for the life you've always envisioned. This process is also a journey of self-compassion. As you turn inward, you may confront parts of yourself that feel vulnerable or unresolved. Instead of judging these aspects, embrace them. Growth isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Each step you take towards self-awareness strengthens your ability to navigate life with grace and resilience. Ultimately, focusing inward is about remembering that you are the source of your own power. When you invest in yourself, your growth, your clarity, your peace, you transform not just your energy, but your entire experience of life. This isn't an act of retreat. It's an act of self-mastery. It's the moment you stop looking outward for answers and realize that everything you need has been within you all along. Manifesting the life you desire begins with intention. It's not about wishful thinking or hoping things will work out. It's about aligning your energy with a clear vision of your future. This alignment is the key to bringing your desires into reality. Manifestation isn't magic. It's a focused collaboration between your energy, your actions, and the opportunities the universe places in your path. At the heart of manifesting with intention is clarity. You can't create what you can't envision. When your thoughts are scattered or your goals undefined, your energy becomes fragmented. But when you focus on a specific vision, whether it's a thriving relationship, personal growth, or a new opportunity, you give your energy direction and purpose. This clarity is like setting a compass. It guides everything you do. Equally important is the emotional state you embody while manifesting. Manifestation isn't just about thinking of what you want. It's about feeling as though it's already yours. This elevated emotional state signals to the universe that you are ready to receive. Gratitude, joy, and peace are powerful emotions that amplify your intentions, making your energy more magnetic. The process of manifestation also requires trust. Often, we get caught up in trying to control how and when our desires will appear. But true alignment comes when you release the need for control and surrender to the process. This doesn't mean inaction. It means acting in alignment with your vision, while trusting that the universe will take care of the details in ways you may not foresee. Spiritual practices like visualization and affirmation can help strengthen this connection. Take time each day to close your eyes and imagine your desired future. Feel it, believe in it, and let that energy infuse your actions. Affirmations, statements that reinforce your worth and capability, help you stay anchored in the belief that your vision is attainable. Manifesting with intention isn't about forcing outcomes, it's about becoming a match for what you desire. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions align with your vision, you create a powerful ripple effect. The life you want begins to flow to you, not because you chased it, but because you became the energy it required. The journey toward reclaiming your power begins and ends with focus. By shifting your energy inward, practicing emotional independence, and creating space through intentional absence, you transform not only how others perceive you, but, more importantly, how you perceive yourself. This isn't about proving your worth to anyone. It's about realizing that your worth has always been there, waiting for you to embrace it. Empowerment comes from understanding that you hold the reins of your life. When you stop chasing and start aligning, your energy changes. You no longer feel like a passive observer in your own story, but an active creator. This transformation isn't about achieving perfection. It's about becoming the truest, most grounded version of yourself. Focus is your compass. It directs your energy toward what nurtures your growth and pulls you away from what drains your strength. As you step into this new alignment, you'll notice the world around you shifting, not because it has changed, but because you have. This is the power of transformation, the ability to attract the life you want, not through force, but by embodying the energy it requires. Your presence becomes magnetic, your vision clear, and your path illuminated. Reclaim your energy, focus inward, and let your transformation radiate outward. Now it's your turn. Take the first step toward reclaiming your energy and focusing inward. Reflect on where your attention has been going and make a conscious choice to redirect it toward your growth. If this resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments and let's continue this journey together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more insights to empower your path. Your transformation begins today. Step into it.